before we enjoy the highlights of the game, please subscribe to the channel, hit on the post notification bell for more updates. Don't forget to like the video and share to other social media platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, let's enjoy the highlights of the match.
Game today, it is the latest installment of what has become a modern classic. As we get underway, Rabat's Olympic Stadium and the final await the winners of this.
You know, fire and brimstone, it's very exciting, and each time these two meet, it's always a log of war between the two nations, and you know.
Has to come off her line, Nandila Dlamini early on here, and she's very lucky to get that in her clutches. Rajani had to get a touch on the ball as well. But early warning signs. On the opposite sides, Nadozi could potentially be facing only her third shot. She's had to make just 2 saves. So whilst both keepers have kept clean sheets in all the matches they've played so far, Dlamini 3 times and Nadozi 4 times, it's been a different equation for both as it's lifted in here by South Africa. Still not cleared, and then looked fairly harmlessly towards goal. Under serious pressure at the moment. Alozi laying it off here to Ajibade. Good ball in, chested down beautifully. Oh, struck well, but just wide of the mark from Jennifer again.
Yeah, that was a great display there by the Nigerian for offensive play. You could see how many numbers they get into the defense of South Africa each time they go forward.
Jani gives the ball away to Plumpton. Going over the top. It's a one-on-one situation here. Forced out wide, and Dlamini gets fingertips on that. Firing off what was perhaps not the most ferocious shots, but still forcing the goalkeeper to do some work.
That's a good run from Ihezu and good supply from Plumte. On 1v1 situations like this, I think Nigeria will try to use more of this to actually run down the South African defense. And good save by Dlamini, by the way. She's really been amazing in this tournament.
Yeah. That is save number 4. So in comes the corner. Whipped in with a lot of pace. Now hung up for the big players that are waiting. Plumter challenged well, but couldn't make a clean connection. Ashley Plumter currently plays. My guy who's on the bench, Ajibade with a late consolation. There she is, pinging the ball forward excellently. Oh, Dlamini makes the save, and the follow-up denied on the line by Makubela. Well, look at the earlier opportunity.
Wow, that was a good save from Makubela. Very, at the right place at the right time. Two saves almost at the same time. Very good defending.
Yeah, this, Makubela with the initial header, and then could that have been Jani? Makubela. Motlalo. Luna Motlalo with some trickery. Seposenwe sneaking in. Can't get a clean strike away. But neatly created from a South African perspective.
Yeah, very neatly. South Africa, they are fighting as much as the Nigerian team is fighting. Both teams are, fighting to their full capacity, aura for aura. And
just back for Motlalo. Hasn't really had an opportunity to unleash her creativity yet. Ramalepe and lift her head. Goes for it. Looking to loop that into the top corner.
Yeah, that was a good try from her, but then should have, you know, been on target.
Yeah. In the end, it's about a foot over the crossbar. And we don't need to speak too much more about 2016's semi-final. As Hilda Magaya comes forward, scrapes a shot towards goal that's dragged wide.
Yeah, that's the threat Magaya brings to the field, and I mean, having her control that ball, try to take defenders on, it's really an incredible thing to see. I think we need to see more of this from the offensive players.
Striding onto that is Ayinde once again. Mbane took a lot of pace off the ball, but she did so illegally. Struck into her arm, and the match referee hesitated for just a second before pointing to the spot. Now we know, as has been the case in this tournament so far, VAR will take a look at this, and if they feel like there's any cause for the referee to reconsider, they will usher her over to the screen. Now the hand is away from the body. And do you see any mitigating factors there? The responsibility falls to the captain. And she has squeezed it under the body of Dlamini, who's more than capable of keeping an opponent out from 12 yards. But this time around, it is the Atletico Madrid star who breaks the deadlock. And the Super Falcons are up and running. They draw first blood in this semi-final.
What a goal that was. I mean, Dlamini had a hand on it. She almost saved it. What a great goal that was from Rashida. Perhaps, you know, she added more pressure to it. That's the only way Dlamini couldn't have saved that ball. But good intuition from Dlamini. She was this close. But beautifully put by Rashida Ajibade.
Does it seem like history repeating itself? Nigeria qualified for... So back underway at the Larabi Zaouli Stadium with Nigeria in the lead as they nations. Side that knocked out at the semi-final stage at the previous edition. Oh, and it looked like
yeah, this is actually a very worrying moment indeed for Dlamini. I don't know, haven't seen her distance since this tournament. I think the rivalry between Nigeria and South Africa is somehow getting to her.
And then Ayinde. Okay, crossfield. Delightful touch from Alozi. Cross in from deep. And snaffled up by Andile Dlamini after Koronko couldn't bring it under her spell.
That was a good switch from Ayinde to Alozi. Good control and good ball delivery. I think Koronko just had a little bit of heavy touch on that ball. Nice control from Alozi right there.
A past era, 5 or more goals scored in a knockout game for the first time since 2006, says the referee. Says that now South Africa will have an opportunity to draw level from the spots. There's Hilda Magaya going down.
Yeah, we'll look at that again, and it looks like a little bit of pullback from Ohale. We don't have a clear, we don't know. Is this enough? Let's see, perhaps they are going to review it, but it looks as though Halep pulled her back.
Immediately pointed to her ear to say that it will be reviewed, so there's no point arguing now. And all the pressure transfers to... It's Linda Motlalo who will take it. Redemption perhaps for 2018, when she was tasked with taking the penalty that would have kept the shootout alive and had her spot kick saved up against the very same opponent. She goes the same way. This time it's a goal, and South Africa are back level. Linda Motlalo showing nerves of steel when it mattered most. She got South Africa's first in their opening game against Ghana from the penalty spot. This one from 12 yards, far more consequential.
That was well dispatched from Linda Motlalo, and what a way to hand Nigeria their first goal in this tournament. I mean, it got to be South Africa, and what a goal that was from Linda.
A nicely taken spot kick for Linda Motlalo, who moved. Koronko. Alozi. Cross in from deep. It's a good looking one. Oh, it's gone in! Nigeria in injury time have re-established their lead. A deafening roar descending from the stands. Mission X is on for the Super Falcons.
Doesn't look like there's a touch there.
Yeah.
It could be Alozi's goal.
It could be.
Perhaps there's a big touch from... doesn't look like... it doesn't look like Deborah had a contact on that ball. Looks like it is Alozi's goal. And then I was just talking about the long balls from Nigeria, playing those balls behind Bayana's defense. And I mean, there's always most likely a connection from the Nigerian attack, and it has finally paid off.
How do you rate the performances of these ladies? Please leave your decent comments and take in the comment box for special shoutouts in my subsequent videos. I was being supported by my hardworking chief editor, Emmanuel Kwame Asiedu, and my amazing graphic designer, Dominic. Let's meet in the next one. It's bye for now.